Hi YouTube, how you doing? I am doing good. I've had another song stuck in my head, so from now on, if I'm gonna sing, I'll put a music note on there, and then if you don't want to hear it, you'll know. Sometimes I talk, sometimes I don't. So, maybe I'll come up with a symbol of music and talking, or I'll let you know. I'll think on that. But I got just a part of one. It goes. The lion broke, the monkey gets choked. Bum buddy come to party in a roller boat. Red, red wine in a modern day stein. Yeah. Anyway, UB40. you know. Um, um, oh geez, no. His name slipped my mind. Doggone it. No, I should know him. Oh, you know who I mean, Reggae Dude. I'll think on it. But anyway, I just got through watching Robin's Batman thing. Okay, that made me laugh. That was funny. Most of it, anyway. Some of it was a little painful, but oh, Karen, hi. You're beautiful. How cute to see you. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and I subbed you too. And don't be shy, lady. Say hi now. I hear you laughing back there all the time. You got a great laugh. Yeah, that's awesome. Nice to really see people and who they are. Amazing, you know? Amazing that we all came from the same person, you know, but yet we're all so different. That's pretty incredible. Lucky we have the good traits that he has inside us. So, yeah. Oh, actor, huh? SGD. Say what and who? Anyway, thanks for still sticking with me. I value all your information. It brings back memories. So, yeah, I've read it all, you know, many years ago, just to get ready for now. But it ain't nothing bad. Everything's all good. So, yeah. And then I seen a title of one of Robin's Hood, um, other one. We love you, SJD. Yes, we do. Absolutely truth. So, yeah. I have to add, especially when you're not talking too loud. I know you get excited. I absolutely feel you there. When I'm PO'd. Yep. And things always have a way of working out for people, the desires of their heart. It really does. I mean, if you have good intention inside there, you know, you'll get it eventually. I always think, too, I may not get exactly what I want right now, but I know that everything I want, I will get just for doing God. Actually, the favor we do God, we do Him a favor by honoring Him, believe it or not. He considers that as a favor from us. That's something we give Him. So, and that is a good feeling. Yeah, parents feel that way. They do. My kids love me and respect me is a big thing. When they respect me, I do consider it a favor. I consider it an honor, you know, and I'm able to respect them back. That's a big deal. So, yeah. Oh, I thought I had so much to say. I think I still do, but it's in there somewhere. Uh-huh. Mm. Yes, Andrea, Lynn, feel better, honey. Um, I don't know, you didn't say exactly what was wrong, but if you just don't feel up to, you know, it could be just about anything in this world, God knows. Maybe something you ate or smelt. Oh my God, there's one for you. Doug went and got me some tobacco. I get natural tobacco and cigarette tubes that are made here in Minnesota, and everything's all natural, no additives, nothing, nothing. So he went to get me my smoke, and um, uh, he came home and he had something on him. I'm like, petroleum or what, and he said, yeah, well, he had trouble with the car at the gas station, so he just put a motor in, adjusting it and all that good stuff. Well, anyway, so he was thinking it was gas, but didn't smell like it. Then so I pull my cigarettes and the tubes out of the bag, and it was like reeking. I mean, there's some perfumes, if they use this really cheap stuff that they emulsify it with alcohol and make an extract out of this stuff called Isabella something, and it's from Brazil. It's from a plant, and they use it in chocolate and they use it in vanilla and perfumes, soaps, shampoos. I get the shampoo that's from Germany that has like way less junk in it than a lot of things. I was buying the special soap from the Mayo Clinic, but it wasn't really any better than the German stuff that I was using. So, as far as I could tell, I used to make my own and stuff. But anyway, so I pulled my tobacco and tubes out of this bag, and it was just reeking. I'm going to say it like it is, like some old whorehouse. I swear to God, it was bad. It was like a mixture of everybody's everything and like covering up dirt with perfume. It grodied me out so bad. It made me sick. Literally made me ill. It was permeating my house. I wiped down the bag of tobacco and the boxes of that the tubes come in, and with some cleaners, some 409, and it started kind of going away. And I was like, whew. Doug was going to take them back because he had to go back into town anyway. And I'm like, no, smell that. And I'm like, I think it's going away. It's gone. But, if it happens again, yeah. I almost called her and said, hey, look, you might want to reconsider wearing your perfume if you're going to sell things that are going into people's lungs and their senses. It's like, ugh. I said, yeah, told Doug she wanted to give a piece of herself to everybody that came in there. It's like, I know it sounds bad. In fact, when I said it, it didn't sound as bad the first time. And I didn't even mean it like I said it the second time. Wow. Huh. There goes a double meaning for you. Is that like a double entendre, they would call it, I think. Oh, whoa. So, but anyway, some perfumes really get to me. I think I've told you this before, but when I was dealing up at the casino, there was this one of our floor persons there had the most horrible perfume on. And they said we shouldn't use like a lot of nail polishes and perfumes, these type of things in our training school. But okay, just a minute. Um, anyway, I had this one female detective, a cop, that she'd come over with her husband on Fridays, and they always came to my blackjack table. So um, we were there, and she asked me, she said, I have to leave. It was like the second or third time it happened that she physically got sick from the smell. And I told her I was a lot like that too, and I didn't blame her. Well, then I went and talked to this woman, and she got all um, crappy about it. And then I had to actually go into the office and talk to, you know, the management and stuff. It was crazy because why lose a customer that would spend even up to $1,000 in a night just having fun, her and her husband? Um, and like $200 wasn't nothing to her. And if she came like always on Friday, but sometimes more, you know. That's just what they did for entertainment. They didn't have kids, and that's what they like to do. So then they'd go out to eat in the casino there and stuff. So there's a lot of, or not a lot, they did close one. There's restaurants inside there and hotel. Um, let's see, two, no, one hotel, and they've got like three hotels that are connected though. Different types, like one's kind of rustic and another's like colonial style, and different ones. The colonial style one is really amazing. I like the rustic one too, though. But anyway, so yeah. And and I'm going to say it like it is, if somebody's like bisexual, which this one floor person was, that's okay, that's okay, but she knew I wasn't, and she would intentionally rub up against me with her front side on my backside when we were busy and I couldn't move, and I had all my customers in front of me and the table, and she would do it intentionally, and I whispered to her, "You do that one more time, I'll slap you right off your feet," you know. And then I don't think she ever talked to me again for some reason. you know. So, but yeah, whatever people want to do, they better just keep it away from me. That's all I know. That's all I'm saying. I'm on God's side. What he says no is no is no. So that's all I know. So anyway, yeah, long as people keep it to yourself. You know. So, but yes, it was a pretty good day. Cold like usual, but I guess in a couple days it's supposed to be warming up a little bit, just a tiny bit above freezing. Will be nice to get some more outside things done. And so yeah, I didn't get to watch Lionel Nation till just about noon. For some reason, it didn't even upload until I'm thinking 10:30, 11. So oh, yeah, good thing he started the rat rod, which I would consider more a hot rod, but he does have a brass rat bastard on the front of it, and it used to have yellow flames on it, but we had a black flame truck too. I wasn't big on it, but I called it a clown truck. Well, Doug didn't tell me right away, but after Halloween, he bought a mask. He just told me yesterday. He says, "I'll have to show you my mask." And I go, "Well, what is that?" And he says, "Well, after Halloween, he got it for a couple bucks. It's a clown mask." And I go, "Oh, yeah, really?" And he says, "Yeah, but it's like not a nice clown." I said, "Well, that figures." I said, "I'm not riding with you, you know." He's like, "Well, I wasn't going to wear it when you were there." And I'm like, "That's disgusting." You know, I hate clowns. I really hate clowns. My folks would take me to the Shrine Circus, and because they always got free tickets. And well, anyway, um, those clowns were freaking creepy. They were always creepy. I don't like clowns. Never really did. They creep me out. Although I did want to be a clown, I always thought about dressing up with the big shoes and buttons and a red nose and not entertaining children, but going in and entertaining people in retirement homes. Wouldn't that be a riot? Give them a give them a rubber nose they can wear. No, whoa, that would be bad. They can't breathe. Here, have a nose. No. Cheer them up why they can't move. Shit. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, there was a lot of people I took care of. I would have liked to put a rubber nose on them. But I thought that would be a good delivery system, a good way to get in and get to people. Well, and it was when I was working there too, because, um, just actually being kind. help people out. Oh, it was the saddest thing. I've told this story before, but I'll say it briefly. There was this woman, and my name was Barbara Larson with an Ian, but this woman was Mrs. Larson with an O-N down in Phoenix, Glendale. And went into her room, and she was dying. She was in hospice care, end day stuff, and none of her family would ever come and visit her. And if they did, if she was sleeping, they'd just like leave her laying there and then go away. Well, she was freaking brokenhearted, and I told her one day that I was Larson too, but with a Ian, and all she gathered was that I was a Larson, and she grabbed my hand and started talking to me, and pretty soon I think she called me like her daughter, and I'm just letting her talk. I'm patting her hand, like listening to her talk, and she was the sweetest little old lady. It's like how heartbreaking to die alone with nobody caring, you know. So that is the worst thing in the world. Wouldn't wish that on anybody, not to care. Have nobody. That was bad. That was bad. That really was really close to the end of me working in retirement homes because I just couldn't handle any more of that type of crap. And then, I mean, some really weird stuff went on with some of the guys, and it's like, oh my God. There was this one little old lady. This guy used to chase her around in their wheelchairs, and they kind of walk and sit at the same time. And another time, there was like two guys in a wheelchair, and the one's coming kind of down the middle of the hallway. The other guy's over at the railing, and he's pulling himself along on the railing. Well, the guy in the middle gets up by him, and they both start going faster, and the guy in the middle cuts in front of the guy over to the side and grabs a hold of the railing and pulls himself way ahead. And I'm like, God dang, just like kids, and they were racing, you know. It's like unbelievable, terribly funny. Then we had this one guy named Jerry that they literally had to put in what they called the Jerry chair, which had like the tray in front. And because he would take his clothes off and escape out the back door and go walking down the um, road in town. So one time I get to work and I'm like, Jerry was in his Jerry chair. I see he was escaping again, huh? So yeah, all kinds of stories. And there was another guy that had a drinking problem that lived around us. I don't recall his name right now, but he grew his own tobacco, which was really interesting in a colder climate. But he had a hobby farm. Well, he actually took care of this hobby farm for some rich people in the cities, but he didn't have a driver's license, so he would ride his tractor up to the oh little bar up in town, which was a few miles away. So, well, when he got put in the retirement home, he would take his wheelchair down to the liquor store and like buy a pint, and they'd catch him on the way back. He'd drink it as fast as he could, you know. It's like, holy smokes. Which reminds me, want one of them. But yeah, what characters, you know. Anyway, how terrible to have to be put in a more or less institution lockdown with a bunch of strangers at the end of your time. That's terrible. I'd rather walk out in the snow and fall asleep. You know, I almost did freeze to death, and I was falling asleep, and literally a robin woke me up. Literally, I was about 9, and laid down under this bridge, arched bridge made out of stone, and was falling asleep because I did not want to go home. And I started feeling almost warm. I was so cold. And then I heard, I'm like wide awake then. And I look in that tree as the robin, I'm like, okay. And thrushes are really intelligent birds. I had a robin in my when I was a little kid with a broken wing in my room in a shoebox. I took some cloth and bunched it up and put popsicle sticks and tapes on his wing in the spring. And then I bring them water and food in caps from off of jars. And in the spring, I let him go, and he kind of flew about 6 feet, and he landed, and he looked back at me like he just hated my guts. So I'm like, okay, what is it? Go, go. I said, and he flew up into a tree, and I thought, okay, I gotta go away now. But he was mad at me. Maybe it was chilly out to him or something. I mean, the snow was practically gone. It wasn't going to snow again. It was just the piles that were still lingering. I thought that's the perfect time to get him out there if he's going to find a mate or get back with his family. And I put him basically in the same yard that I found him injured, so by the edge of a woods. So I'm sure he made it. Yeah, I did have a pheasant in the house over winter and a squirrel injured and my baby deer and raccoons. Let's see what other wild. I babysat a skunk. I babysat a squirrel monkey. He was the craziest little thing. I would give him an onion about this big around. My cousin Sharon had a pet shop and grooming, and I worked for her for a while. And anyway, so I don't remember his name, but I handed him this onion and he grabs it from me and he takes a bite out of it just like an apple and starts talking to me. I'm like, okay, little dude, whatever. She said though, and she was gone for like, I don't know, like a week or a few days. It seemed like forever to me with this little person guy, animal thingy. Don't let him out or you won't get him back in. I go, oh, okay, no problem. And she said, and don't put your hand in there. He might bite you. I'm like, okay, you know. I did though. I touched his fingers to see if he was going to touch it back, and he did. I go, "Are you a nice monkey?" And he smiles at me, and I'm like, "Okay, you just be nice in there." I said, "I'm sorry, you got to be in there till Sharon gets back." So yeah, it was cute. And then Daisy, her skunk, it would just like walk on the back. She brought it over to my house and walk on the back of the couch just like a kitty. And it was just, but their toes are different. They're more human. So it looked like just ridiculous. It was the funniest thing, you know. Jeez. But yeah. You know what? Um, Working together, exposing bloodlines really isn't a bad thing for anybody. So on that note, what the hell? I don't care if you don't care. You know what I mean? Whichever bloodline we come from, we all have Christ's blood in us, and we have that opportunity to rise above any given situation that's putting us where we don't want to be. For me, that would be losing my temper. It's like my favorite thing to do. These assholes in this world got me so mad. It's not a problem for me to just snap on their asses, but it's really not my personal makeup, but it really, if I had to pick one evil thing to do, it'd be like just snap on your fucking ass if you're bad, you know. Um, so I do control that with God's help. That's rising above. That is rising above, and that is one of the most difficult things in the world for me to do. It really is because I do like it that much. I let people just run over me without saying nothing for so long that when I finally started saying something about it, I didn't want to stop. Well, now I will use my mouth, you know. So, and I know there's a right way and a wrong way, but quite frankly, in this world, a little mixture of the each is very understandable. So for everybody concerned. And that's really what I'm all about is mixing the good and the bad and showing you, hey, I'm really not bad. I don't think you're really bad either. So I know shit happens to people. I can see in my mind's eye exactly what happened. I know how Satan baits everybody. He's like, look, I'll give you this and then I'll take it away. Ha ha ha. I'm in control, you know? It's like, have fun while you can, you know? Because when I have fun, oh, you're in trouble, you know? Like I told Doug last night, if I saw Satan's ugly face right here, right now, I would grab him by the back of his head and I'd pummel his fucking face so bad I wouldn't stop. I'd beat on it and beat on it. I'd grab his ugly yuck, whatever is on the back of the head there, and I'd grab that and I'd just pummel him. And I wouldn't let go of either hand. I'd just pummel his ass. That's how I feel. So, that bastard's lucky I don't have control of the situation at this moment, but do I? You know, sometimes I'm wondering. Actually, no, I'm not. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So, but, well, let's see, was there anything else? Oh, from what I understand, the migrants down at the border have been subdued or subsided, or maybe they're going away. But yeah, um, that's just my understanding from, well, actually, too, the lack of coverage on it. And I don't watch what they call mainstream news. I like, well, like James Munder, he'll go over to Zero Hedge and he'll read their reports. And Lionel, I think he gets the New York Times and probably touches on a few other sites for news and keeps abreast of all the whole political scene and whatnot, which is awesome because I don't have to read it, you know. So for people to support people that are taking time doing things, that's awesome. You know, that's valuable. Yeah, I asked JD, nice looking pit bulls you have there. I had a brindle named Kroll. He was beautiful. Really, really pretty dog. Humongous. One of them big ones. And his daddy was the little American pit, and but he was like mastiff size. His mother was the let me see now. Well, I think from the mastiff bloodline, if I remember right. So, um, oh, yeah, and then I was trying to think of the reggae dude again, and I know his name every day, all the time, whenever I want to think about it, except for right now, I can't think of him. That's okay. Oh, but yeah. um, babysat my son's, well, took care of him until he died, actually. He had a dog, Grizzly, that was part husky, part chocolate lab, which he had the coloring, and pit bull. And he was also and I used to babysit pit bulls for some friends of mine. So one was Mac, and he was just tiny. He was like that big around, couple months old, just the cutest little funny thing. And then Leo and Kroll, I babysat, and this guy couldn't pay me for taking care of the dog, so I'm just like, well, give me Leo, and he's like, no way, no way. He says, you can have the son, and I go, no, I want Leo, and he's like, take Kroll, and I'm like, yeah, I will. See, I wanted Kroll anyway, but I really wanted them both after I got so dang close to him, you know. Take care of animals for a long time, you get close. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to let you go. I love you. Thank you for joining me. And peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night, good day. Later, Gators.